should be able to save it as well so that you can reuse it later. This is called model persistence. Python uses pickle to save an object. To save an object in scikit-learn, pickle is replaced by a special method called joblib. Using its joblib dump and joblib load methods, you can read and write estimator objects. Although these methods are useful only for storing data on disk, they are highly effective for large amounts of data. In this demo, we'll learn how to persist a model for future use using scikit-learn. Let's start by importing the required datasets from the datasets library. For this demo, I decided to reuse the iris dataset. Use the iris dataset object to create an instance of the dataset. Let's view the features of the dataset using the feature names function. Let's also look at its target values. Assign the features of the dataset to the X feature object. Similarly, assign the target values to the Y target object. Now create an object and assign it two sets of values. You need to predict the outcome for these values. Import the logistic regression model from scikit-learn's linear model library. Create an instance of the class, also called an estimator. Fit the features and target values stored in the X feature and Y target objects into it. It's now time to predict the outcome for the new observations, which we created. As we can see, it matches the target labels, 0 and 2 from 0, 1 and 2. It's now time to predict the outcome for the new observations, which we created. As we can see, it matches the target labels, 0 and 2 from 0, 1 and 2. This means that the model is working as expected. So let's see how you can save it so you won't have to train it every time you need it. To do this, import pickle. Use the dumps method and pass the estimator to it to persist the model. You can save the model to a file using the joblib class of the externals library. Instantiate the class and pass the model type and file name to it. Now, let's see if the model file was actually saved. To check this, load the saved file to a new estimator object. Use the predict method to predict the outcome of the X new object created earlier. You can see that the outcome is the same. This proves that a model can be created, trained, and persisted for future use. It's important to evaluate a model to check and validate its quality and accuracy. Scikit-learn's metrics function is one of the most common functions used to evaluate machine learning models. It can be used to evaluate classification, clustering, and regression type models. To check the quality of classification type models, you can use the accuracy score and average score methods. For clustering, use the adjusted random score method. While for regression, you can use the mean absolute error, mean squared error, and median absolute error methods. Import the required library for pandas. Import the CSV file containing the advertising dataset into a pandas data frame. Make sure that the string variable you use in the syntax gives the exact file location and name. Set the index column to 0, as that's the index provided by the dataset and we are going to use it in the data frame. The next step is to analyze the dataset. To do that, let's first look at its first 5 observations. Now, to view the size of the dataset, use the syntax shown here. Use the shape method to view its shape. You can see it contains 200 observations and 4 columns. Looking at the first 5 observations, you realize that XYZ firm uses 3 advertising channels, TV, newspaper, and radio, and how they are affecting its sales. This means that there are 3 features and 1 response present in the dataset. Let's first create an object that contains all the 3 features. Use the head method to check its contents. Similarly, create an object that contains only the sales data. To check its content, you can use the head method. Another way to cross-check if all the observations are captured is to view the shape of the objects. You can see that all 200 observations are present in both the variables. And while the features object contains 3 columns, the response object contains only 1 column. To split the given dataset into training and testing datasets for both the feature and target objects, import the train test split class. By default, 75% of the dataset gets split into a training set, while the remaining 25% becomes the testing set. You can print and view the shapes of the training and testing datasets for both the feature and target objects. Now, let's import the linear regression